Hello everyone, it's Felicity here from Zenitsa Tarot, the place for emotional healing and gain wisdom from tarot to navigate your life. This is a weekly love tarot reading, starting from 22nd of February to 28th of February, and we will look at the guidance from the universe on the topic of love without limiting to romantic love. And all the cards have been shuffled, and I'm using deck of the dead, so there'll be some scalps or skeletons shown from this deck. So if you are very sensitive to the image of the skeletons or scalps, and pardon me. And so now let's look at the guidance from the universe on the topic of love without limiting to romantic love. And I'll pick 3 cards. Okay, I hope that you can see the cards clearly. Okay, now I will show you each card first. I hope that you can see clearly. Okay, looking at all 3 cards, it feels like for the coming week, next week, starting from 22nd of February to 28th of February, it's time to resolve any kind of conflicts. It feels like there may be some kind of conflicts between people, and one group of people feels like they are in control of a situation, and another group of people feels like they are the victim of some kind of situation. So it's time to remain a balance between 2 groups. It's time to resolve any kind of conflicts, and when conflicts arise, and it's good to really remain calm rather than attacking each other verbally or emotionally. And for those who really feels like they have no choice, or they are playing the role of the weak one, it's time to stand up for yourself. It feels like you have a choice. You can defend yourself in a calmly manner rather than accepting whatever is given to you. And it feels like if you are putting yourself in a victim mode, next week start to work to strengthen your own personal power. And maybe there are things that you are afraid to voice out, or there are things that you should defend yourself, and you haven't been defending yourself. So the universe is asking you to defend yourself in a calmly manner. And it's time to voice out something. It's time to speak up for yourself. It's time to stand firm for yourself. Stand on the ground. Guide what you have been believing in, and guide what you value. So you always have a choice to make. You have a choice. You can stand up for yourself, or you can accept whatever conflicts or whatever things that others are telling you. So try to resolve the inner conflict first. If you do not have inner conflict, if you are very clear about where you belong and what you want to do, and you are very firm about yourself, about certain belief system, then you are able to stand up for yourself. And so resolve the inner conflict first, and then face the external conflict, and try to resolve the conflict with others. And it's good not to fight, not to get into any kind of argument. And it feels like, yes, and next step is to take a break. When you're facing conflict and maybe you would like to withdraw, and just like when there are some kind of verbal conflicts, and it's good to withdraw and take a break and try to get in touch with your own inner being, your inner voice, and you get some kind of wisdom, and you get some kind of knowledge on how to resolve this kind of conflict. It feels like always in the next week you will feel like you are in a war zone. So instead of getting in the war, in some kind of conflicts, in a war zone, and try to take a break. Sometimes before you stand up for yourself, or after telling others what you believe in, after speaking up for yourself, it's time to take a break. And because when you stand up for yourself, others are feeling like you are against them. So when you voice out your opinions to others and others are in the defending mode, it's good to take a break and step away from other people's opinion or other people's reaction. When you tell other people something, they may react a little bit. Then it's good not to react on how others people are reacting. When other group of people are reacting and you react, and both groups reacting to each other, then it will create some kind of war zone. It will create more conflicts. So after voicing out your opinions or your belief system, or after standing firm for yourself, it's time to take a break. And even though others are reacting, you have to withdraw and not to get into even deeper into the conflicts. So remain a peaceful state of mind and withdraw from the war zone. And also the card also tells you to let go of something, and it's good that you hold on to something that you value, something that you believe in. But then you have to think about how to resolve the inner conflict. The inner conflict comes from the part that you are holding on to something that you should let go of. There are things that you should let go of. There are things that need to put in the past. Things that need to be put into the end. But then right now, your inner conflict is that you are holding on to the past. You're holding on to something that should be put an end to. So, you're not setting yourself free in this way. You feel like you are in control of things, of course, because you are holding on to that thing or holding on to certain people. But then the cards are telling you that you are also limiting yourself. You are also keeping yourself in the past. You are holding on to something that should end, and then you're not moving forward. And instead of moving forward, you're holding on to the things or the people, and you are not letting go. You are not setting yourself free. On the surface, maybe you feel that you're in control, but then the card is telling you that you are limiting yourself. You are actually keeping yourself from moving forward. It's like you are keeping yourself in a very stagnant situation. So, the card is telling you to value your own self rather than valuing something that is out of your reach or out of your control. And so, what you value should be your own person, your own personal power, your own self, rather than some kind of external situation, external environment, or the people that is outside of your reach. And so you should be your own master rather than the master of the external environment or the external things. When you think that you are the master of the external thing, actually you are being controlled by something external that is not a master. When you see through all the external things and you let go of all those external things, you become the master of yourself. So it's the self-mastery lesson that you are learning. First step is to let go of control, let go of things that no longer serve you. And then you free yourself from some kind of limitation. You set yourself free, and that is the self-mastery. And you are not bound by certain things or certain people, and that is the self-mastery. That shows the universe that you are valuing yourself rather than putting a lot of effort to get validation from others or from external things. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. For personal reading, please click the link in the description box below. See you in the next video. Have a nice week. Bye.